Hello and welcome to ESL 3.4. This week we're talking about time. We're going to discuss using quarter hours to describe time, and we're going to discuss units of time for work. So the big questions are, how do you use the terms quarter past, quarter to, and half past to describe time? And then another question is part-time, full-time, or overtime? How much do you work? Let's begin by talking about time in quarter units. Here's our vocabulary for this week. We have quarter past, part-time, full-time, overtime, quarter of, quarter to, half past, midnight, noon, shift, on time, and out of time. Here are the definitions of these words. So a quarter of an hour is 15 minutes. So quarter past is 15 minutes after the hour. Quarter of and quarter to are 15 minutes before the hour. We have noon, which is the middle of the day. Midnight, which is the middle of the night. A shift, that's your normal work day. And then we have full-time, part-time, and overtime. Part-time is officially less than 32 hours of work a week. Full-time is 32 to 40 hours of work a week. And overtime is more than 40 hours of work a week. So as always, we want to use these words in some conversation or writing of our own sentences. Here are some sample conversations that you can read with your classmates. And you might also want to create your own conversations using our new vocabulary words. All right, here are some clocks for you to just also have some discussion with your classmates. There are 6 clocks here. One of them is for a quarter to 12. One is for a quarter to 8. One is for 8 on the dot. One is for a quarter past noon. And one is for half past an hour. Which one's which? Discuss with your classmates. And there's another activity to talk about the quarter hours and the half hours with your classmates. So this is an A day, B day schedule for Big Easy High School. They have 4 periods a day and lunch. What time does period 3 begin? Well, we could say period 3 begins a quarter past 12 and ends a quarter to 2. That's a hard one, right? What time is lunch from? Lunch begins at 11:30 and ends at, use this guide. Use this chart to generate some discussion with your classmates about the quarter hours and the half hours. We'll take a quick break here and we'll be back just in a minute with more of our lesson. Let's get ready to start with part 2. We're going to continue to talk about time and work. So what are the different ways that we quantify time and why do we quantify time? Now that is a big question. So it takes 365 and 1/4 days for the Earth to revolve around the sun. And this is the foundation of all of our common time units. So a year is 365 days because that's how long it takes the Earth to go around the sun, which breaks down to 52 weeks or 12 months. We also have bigger units of time like the decade, the century, or the millennium. A decade is 10 years, 520 weeks, or 120 months. A century is 100 years, 5,200 weeks, and 1,200 months. And a millennium is 1,000 years, 52,000 weeks, or 12,000 months. The day is 24 hours, an hour is 60 minutes, and a minute is 60 seconds. We also have our months, which range from 28 to 31 days, and a week, which is 7 days. Our 24-hour day is based on the time that it takes the Earth to make one rotation on its axis. Right? That's also why there are 24 time zones in the world. Right. But much of our time has to do with our day-to-day lives, and that would have to do with work. So part-time, as a review from part 1, is less than 32 hours. Full-time is 32 to 40 hours. Overtime is more than 40 hours. On the dot means at the exact time. For instance, I need you to arrive at work at 6 a.m. on the dot. A quarter of an hour is always 15 minutes. A shift is the hours you spend at work. On time means to be at the assigned time, and out of time, as in this hourglass, means that time has expired. With your teacher and your classmates, please look at the following warehouse schedule. There are 4 staff members: Andre, Anna, Daryl, and Tanya. They all work very different shifts. Who works full time? Who works part time? Who works overtime? How many shifts does Tanya work? How many shifts does Anna work? What are the differences between Anna and Tanya's shift? What are the differences between Andre and Daryl's shifts? Just read this chart, analyze this chart, and discuss this chart with your teacher and your classmates. Also, while you're in conversation, tell us about your ideal work schedule. Do you like to work overtime? How many shifts do you work a week? Do you show up for work on the dot, or do you get there early? There's also a great link here to an interactive website with the clock that will allow you to adjust the hands so you can test yourself and think, oh, what time is that? That's 8:30. Is that 7:45 or 8:15? Well, that's 8:15, right? So it's just a fun little interactive tool. I thought it was nice. All right, that's it for the end of part 2. Thanks for watching. Enjoy your class and conversation, and as always, have a great day.